Writing actually overtakes my life. I do it whether I'm actually physically doing it, I'm doing it 24/7. I will wake up in the middle of the night and have to go write something down. I actually do workshops for writers, and I usually will get a handful of young writers that will come in. I tell them two things: don't stop, don't ever stop. Even if you don't have a book that you're working on or a short story that you're working on, write about the sunset or the sunrise every morning. Write about the sunset every night. Write about the curious people you saw walking on the street that were holding hands and tell their story. Make something up. Write a paragraph every day. Because writing is about training your mind to be creative. And once you pull that thread, it won't stop. So a lot of times a young writer will have an idea for a book. And I call this little piece that I do, how many licks? How many licks does it get to your plot? Because a lot of times they've got a plot, like they've got a great opening line and they've got a plot, but it takes a lot of words to get to the plot. You have to do a lot of back writing. You have to set up, you've got to create your characters. You've got to, if you're writing science fiction, you got to create a world, or even in this case, a fictional town, you got to create that world. That's a lot of words, and that's where a lot of young writers will quit. I'm lucky because I work from home that I can set my own schedule. So my discipline for writing is get up in the morning. I try to be up between 6 and 7. And you know, I've got to get the coffee and I trap myself actually in a chair with a lap desk, so it's harder for me to get up and wander around. So I have a goal in mind the night before I get up in the morning, so I know what what my objective is. And I sit down for those 2 hours and I just write or edit or read. Sometimes I just have to keep reading it because it's not quite right in my head. I'm not seeing it in my head right. So I keep reading it until I finally get the visual that I'm looking for, and then I adjust the chapter to that. I do research. Google and I are best friends. I do a lot of Google research. Wikipedia is one of my favorite sites to go to. If I can't get it on the internet, I call people that I know, whether they're in law enforcement or they're in the medical arena with autism and those types of issues that I want to paint it in the right light, and I'm not quite sure how. So I'm not a go to the library, dig through volumes of books researcher. I'm a more visual researcher. I actually retain things better if I see them visually or if I hear them than to actually read them, which seems odd since I'm a writer, but I don't retain things as well if I read it. I'm better with the visual audio part of it. I generally try to go outside for about an hour if the weather allows, because you know, your brain will stay on task. It will stay there. I mean, my brain will stay on task and not vary from my goals. But sometimes I feel like it's too bogged down in whatever it is I'm doing, whether I'm thinking about a book or trying to get a cover right, or so if I walk away from it, and only for an hour, maybe a half hour, and I come back, I just feel rejuvenated. So I write every chance I get. I write. I never travel anywhere without a pad and pen. I've been known to ask people for pads and pens if I've forgotten mine, because I've got a story idea and I want to get it down. So it's a really nice rhythm because I'm at home. I get to kind of set that path. I learned early on it's never going to be perfect, and I learned it the hard way. So I would tell any up-and-coming writer, do not worry about writing a perfect book. You're going to read it at least 5 times, if not more. You're going to rewrite it 3 times, and that's the minimum that you're going to rewrite it. You're going to listen to it twice. So you're never going to get it perfect, but each time you do one of those steps, it becomes better. And you have to be able to then, to answer the question of when is it finished, you have to be able then to let it go. So I read my books 6 times. The first time I edit hard pages with a red pen. And then I try to get into a rhythm of just reading the pages as if I was the reader, not focusing on editing. After I've read it the first 3 times, then I listen to it. Then I read it again and I send it off to my beta readers, and they come back with feedback. which is great. And I'm one of those people, like, it's great if you love the book, but what I really want to know is, what don't you like? Because I can't fix it if I don't know it's there. So they come back with what they don't like. They don't hold any punches, and I fix all the things that I feel like were warranted. Sometimes they're missing a piece of the story, so something they don't like is actually answered maybe later and they just didn't catch it. Because I remember early on, some writer that I loved, I think maybe it was John Grisham even, said he's not done till the characters are done. And that's how it is. I mean, I write it, and when the characters are done, then I'm done.